Right now, though, we've got the Sportsman 600 Mini Enduro sleds out on track, checking things out. I think, Spanky, when you look at the conditions from yesterday, you look at the track today, what are some of the things that these drivers and teams are maybe mentioning that they had their eye on with this facility to look at?
Well, I'm sure they got a chance, out there in totally different conditions. A lot of water, softer ice to adjust the sleds. They got some running time on the sleds yesterday. Maybe a little different setup, a little bit different down pressure on the front skis. Maybe adjusting that limiter strap on the tracks to what that does is it raises and lowers the track, puts more studs down in contact with the track, and so I'm sure some adjustments made out there, but the track conditions today, it has got cooler here in the last 2 hours. The temperatures have dropped a bit here in Traverse City, so it should be a good day of racing here. You want to be on board, get on the race network, MIRA Race Network, and follow us along.
Yeah, we even had a little bit of snow this morning. Another change that's being made, these Mini Enduros have been shortened even more from what we were looking at originally and then into today as well. They will be 5-lap races for the Mini Enduros. So the Mini Enduro races are going to be extra mini, and they are essentially just going to be another sprint race for each of these classes, starting with the Sportsman 600.
Well, watch for the start here now as that pace sled made its turn down into the pit area.
We've got the O'Reilly green flag in the air, and it's a head-to-head battle. Two sleds out there taking the inside. Troy DeWald, he'll get the advantage over Aaron Celestino. It'll be a head-to-head duel out here out front. 5 laps for the Mini Enduro and Sportsman 600. The early advantage going to Troy DeWald. He'll look to set it up a little bit more here in this head-to-head duel.
Yeah, Troy DeWald on board. That Polaris comes off the corner. Boy, you can see a little bit of a waggle as he went down that front straightaway. Celestino tries to find a way to catch up to that Polaris of Troy DeWald.
These guys, of course, the very first ones to be able to see the circuit, and they'll have quite a bit of recon going back to their teams for what the conditions are like. You see hanging on the bars, hanging off the side, dragging it down into turn 3. Troy DeWald keeping that advantage pretty consistent. It was half a second last time by. We'll see what it goes to this time. It's 0.8 of a second. So DeWald walking out by about 0.3 of a second right now with 3 laps to go.
A little bit wider line that time for DeWald. He's out into the middle of the track trying to find a little smoother ice there, Nate, as he rockets down the back straightaway. He's cranking off some pretty good speed out here, as well as Celestino in second there in that number 13 machine.
DeWald opening that gap, even that much more in the 60. How about a 1.5 second gap now back to the 13? As DeWald is looking to pull out. The Alpena, Michigan runner, 1990 Polaris Indy 600cc is what DeWald's running, and he's stretching that lead even more as he's looking for the Sportsman 600 win.
Yeah, here comes DeWald off turn 4 to the line. Look at him tucked in there. He'll lift that inside ski and bring it home over the line there. Another lap in the books, a little sideways as he onto the binders into that turn 1-2 area. But boy, Troy DeWald is cranking out some pretty quick laps here in Traverse City.
And definitely a little bit of a slip there for DeWald, but he's been on cruise control. Sportsman 600 Pro Enduro shortened to 5 laps, and the first checkered flag of the Sunday goes to Troy DeWald in the 60 team. He wins the Sportsman 600 Mini Enduro.
Yeah, there's DeWald there. Boy, that was a solid run. Led from start to finish, got the jump and drove it on to victory. Celestino, he was there, but just not quite enough. Now you'll watch a little bit of a fist pump, good sign of sportsmanship. And Troy DeWald, he's your champion here in the Sportsman 600 Mini Enduro.
All right, good run to start the day for certain for DeWald. He's the first to find his way across the advanced insulation start-finish line this morning.